Hey guys, Chris again, classicvwbugs.com, and I wanted to do a short video on the West Palm Beach Barrett-Jackson auction. I was not able to attend this event, which was a couple weeks ago. I was in New York in my shop working there for 2 weeks, and I usually go to this show since it's right in my backyard now. And last year was exciting, and the years before that. I mean, it's always cool to go to these auctions and to see our beloved Volkswagens cross the auction block. Now, I'm going to go through with you. Here are the results from this year's West Palm Beach Barrett-Jackson auction. And I'll say right off the bat, guys, things are looking tired. I will say that. I will say things are looking lower. Um, Now, I want you guys to chime in and give me your feedback. Is it the economy? Question, right? Is it are is the interest in this hobby in our Volkswagens dwindling? Are the folks that had these cars growing up uh, dying off, saying goodbye, getting older, getting tiresome of it? I don't know. I hope not. Is it the auctions, scene? Is it this cattle call kind of stuff, the stuff we used to see on the TV with this guy talking a mile a minute and the whole frenzy behind the auctions and things like that? Is that dwindling? Is a site like Bring a Trailer here taking the steam away from some of these live auctions, these big auction houses like Barrett Jackson, Gooding and Company, RM auctions, all that kind of stuff? Is something like Bring a Trailer taking the steam away from some of these other auctions? So people just getting tired of these things, because you always saw these on Motor Trend or the Velocity Channel, something like that, Discovery Channel, showing these auctions on TV, and there was always a big hype, a big frenzy behind it. The cameras, the glitz, the lights, all that kind of stuff to really, bring to the forefront to try to sell the sizzle, right? Is that sizzle fading? Is it sizzling out, so to speak? So I'll quickly go down the list here. There was a bunch of buses that crossed the auction here at Barrett Jackson just a couple weeks ago in West Palm Beach. Before we get started, please be sure to like, subscribe. If you guys like this content, please, hit that bell, notification, that kind of thing. The algorithm always works in my favor for that. It helps me out here at the channel and it keeps you notified, actually. So there's a lot of people that watch my channel, but they're actually not subscribers. If you're subscribers, you get a notification in your inbox or on your phone that I posted a new video. And also, if you guys want to book a call with me, I get people that call me now from all over the world. If you need help with your Volkswagen in your garage, I don't care what part of the world you are in, I can probably help you out. And I have a link in the description below the video where you can set that up. And love to talk to you, man. So, anyways, here we are. Now, right off the bat, I'll show you here. Look at the bus prices. Now, of course, we spoke about this one time before in the past that there's a lot of recreations now. These are also probably Brazilian models, like are likely to be Brazilian model buses. The Brazilian models were slower in keeping up with the characteristics that were in, say, the US bound models. So you might have a 74 bus here, but it looks like a 64 or 65 bus, something like that. Or sometimes they get a later bus and you can recreate it because you can buy the paneling for these buses to recreate them to look older. But as we go down the list here, one thing that struck out at me with these buses, I mean, even particularly something like this 58 23 window microbus. Guys, I will tell you, just a couple years ago, this was definitely going over 100 grand. And in this auction, I didn't see one bus go over 100, which is odd. I mean, are things coming back down to reality? Maybe. And then now maybe that's good for the hobbyist, right? So I've questioned in the past, is the hobby fizzling? But then I call my great folks at SoFine in Colorado, or my guy Bug City in Connecticut, or you talk to Wolfsburg West and or CIP1.com where I get some of my parts, and they say they are loaded. They're so busy. Carol at SoFine, who I talked to, and her son Logan, tell me that they're sometimes 12 weeks out, 16 weeks out. That's how busy they are. So, what's the deal? Here's a 52 split window. This is a Zwitter, I believe, and only 41.8. Now, this was recently on Bring a Trailer. So let's see. The lovely Bordeaux red. Oh, I love that. You know that, guys. And yeah, great seats. That looks all the part. Really nice. Yeah, this is a Zwitter, it looks like to me. Yep, definitely a Zwitter. But a split, I mean, geez. Okay, okay, bottom, nothing crazy. But still, you would think do a little bit better than that. On Bring a Trailer, this thing sold right here for 35,000 just recently, 4225, and then this person, whoever had it, was then flipping it at Barrett-Jackson, it looks like. They didn't make much. If they sold it, if they whoever bought it for 35 on Bring a Trailer and then brought it to Barrett-Jackson, you got to understand too, even at 41.8 here, there is a you have to pay a fee to the auction house. I think it's 10% for the sellers, and you would have to ship it to the location. So, not sure if anybody made any money here, or if you did, it's very little. But yeah, guys, just scrolling down this list and just seeing numbers that things are really quiet, especially for the in the bus world, has really, really come down. Here's a 57 oval with the rag top for 36.3. Um, and then you have a 72 Super Beetle that would do 24.2. So it's really it's odd, like I see comparable numbers throughout the years. It's not like you can single out the ovals or the splits and say, oh, they're doing so much better than the later model Beetles. So I mean, even a 72 Beetle here for 20,009. I mean, that's beating out a 69 here. That looks like a Brazilian model though. Um, yeah, it's looks pretty quiet, guys, don't you think? Some of these numbers, but it's particularly the bus. I mean, this one did pretty well, I guess, out of the bunch that did cross the block. The 62 Volkswagen here, the Type 2 23 window, 77,000. I don't know if that had the rag top. Let's quickly look in here and see. Pretty bus. Um, oh, it does. Yeah, it does have the rag top. So, again, something like this just a few years ago. I mean, I saw a 62 ragtop bus like this at Barrett-Jackson, like, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago. Did like $262,000. Nuts. So, yeah, maybe it's coming back down to reality, so to speak. So, which is a good thing for the hobbyists and, get back to a little more affordability for the little folks, right? So, I'm right there with you guys. But yeah, numbers like yeah, even the shorty. You can see even like these quirky things like the shorty bus. I think I've seen this thing at the when I went to the Volksblast in Miami a few years ago. I think this was there, and I think I filmed it. So for almost 70,000 there. So and then the Acapulco thing, that's at Scottsdale though. All right, so we're getting out of the West Palm Beach auction here. So let's go back up. That's Scottsdale, my bad. So, yeah, guys, love to get your thoughts on this. I know, quick video, not too detailed, no script here, just kind of going off the cuff, and wanted to get your take on it. If we go to Bring a Trailer, I want to show you some of the pricing here. I do see maybe the pricing is a bit better on Bring a Trailer in some respects, but then also in some other respects, it's comparable. So there's that 52 Zwitter that was also just went on Barrett-Jackson. There's another Zwitter for only 30,500. And then you had a 52 here that did 64,000 back in January. And then you had another 50 split. This I remember was sitting at 30, 40,000 for a very long time on the auction. And then when it finally was getting down to the last few minutes, people were putting bids in, and it did finally sell for 73,551 bucks. So that's a good price for sure. And then if you keep going down, you see the Zwitters aren't pulling, uh, what the earlier splits would do, which is a shame because I love the Zwitter. It's that 6 month only split window. It's an oddball. It's kind of that kind of a bastard, the Zwitter, a split window they call. It's got the oval window dashboard, but it's got the split window and it's got the chrome trim in the windows and such. Got the vent window, that kind of thing. It's starting to look like an oval. So that's Bring a Trailer. You can see all their results here. And now we're getting into 2024. So you see, it's kind of up and down. And if you look at their chart here, yeah, I mean, look at the dots. It's all over the place, right? So that's for split. And then if we have, this is for oval. It's kind of the same thing. I mean, look, the dots are just all over the place. You have maybe one like really high up here that went for almost 60,000. That was a 56 that sold in 2024. But look at this go-kart. Who puts the go-kart on? How funny. 2,800 bucks. That's a cheap price. But a 54 here, gosh, for 22.5, I mean, I'm seeing 70 models and stuff going for 22, 20,000. As recently just the other day, yesterday, a red 67. The 67s are still hot. That I can tell you. I mean, a red 67, and I still get a lot of people that call me that want me to find them a bug. And if anybody wants me to find them a bug, I have the Find a Bug program. And guys, I look across the country for these cars. I know how to vet the sellers. I know what questions to ask. I know what pictures to request to help you find a non-lemon car. How about that? Peace of mind, so to speak. So, but this red 67 sold just the other day. Beautiful looking car. And red 67s are really hot. I get calls on them all the time. But yeah, 25.5. And there's another red 67 on auction right now on Bring a Trailer. So if anyone's interested, and that one looks really nice too. Yeah, right here. So it's still got 6 days left. So here's another one of those. But yeah, I mean, 7,700 bucks, 10,000 bucks. And then you got a Jolly Style 70 Beetle, which is totally custom and sells for 23. So then you got a 67 red convertible, only 9,500. So and then you have a 72 semi-automatic. Semi-automatic, which people are like, I'm not going to go for a semi-automatic. That's it's kind of an oddball. Fixing them is kind of odd. It goes for 16. So beating out a red 67 convertible and a 58 Beetle. How about that? So it's like the years don't matter anymore. People just want a good looking car. It doesn't matter if it's a 70 or a 60. So pretty interesting with just what's going on. Guys, would love your take on this and give me your thoughts because prices are pretty, I see it for the most part still coming down, still leveling out. And what is it? Are the folks getting older? Is there losing interest in this hobby? Is the whole frenzy behind the auction scene over? Is it people just fizzling out with it? That kind of thing. And is it just evolving to, similar to what the Model A and Model T are now in? You can pick them up very inexpensively now. So, love to get your take, guys. As always, love being here with you. Love the conversation. Love talking about this as a Beetle owner, as a love and passion for this hobby. It's always good to talk about this stuff and yeah, see what you guys' thoughts are. All right, take care.